All right, hopefully you guys can hear me. It's been a while since I did a live Wednesday night, a live Wednesday night viewing. Got to get back into it slowly here. I think that overhead light might produce quite a glare for you guys here. We'll see what happens with this. Still a bright glare. I'm looking kind of raggedy. My tablet is taking its time pulling up here. All right. Try it all over again. Let's see what happens. If it doesn't do it, I'll just go with the phone. Looks like I'll be going with the phone. With the phone. Whoops. I'm pretty sure you guys hear me. Hey Marilyn, how are you? Yes, you did get here on time. My tablet seems to be acting a little funny, so we're just gonna move on. I'll just do it with the phone here. Well, as you look to your lower right, I'll pop the light on there. Hello Jessica, how are you? Look down to your lower right, we got black, that's that lonely one right about here. Other than that, we got orange, it's cad orange, alizarin crimson, phthalo blue, cad yellow, and titanium white, the basic colors that I more or less use all the time, you know. No glycerin today, we're just gonna do it with water and acrylic paint. All right, I do have idea in mind. Yeah, my tablet's not acting right. It's acting real special today, so I guess I'll just shut this thing down. We'll shut the tablet down. Okay, so we'll get on with it. Spray bottle. These are two. Now, the way I got this position is the video was scrunched in. All right, it's not rectangular, it's actually square, but it's two 10 by 10 panels. That's all. Give it a little spray of water. Okay. I'm gonna be returning to this spray bottle often, so at least that's what it looks like. All right, just get it a little wet there. Nothing special, just water. Okay then, and let's get on with the festivities. Get a little bit of yellow here. Like I said, I got a little bit of an idea in mind. We'll see if it plays out. Okay. Now, being that I'm using water, obviously the paint's gonna move around pretty good with the water, obviously. But it will, you know, dry quicker, of course. I'm gonna double coat some of this so I get a nice distribution of yellow just up around here somewhere. Okay, then I'll take a little tiny bit of red. We'll go up above here, the red, and we're going to spread it down into the yellow a little bit. Get that down there. This red is extremely powerful, So I'll just use a little bit at a time till I get what I want. That might be somewhat okay. A little stronger down here. I'll wipe off the brush. Believe it or not, I'm gonna get a little more yellow because I didn't add any white to the yellow, so it's just pure yellow, and I'll mix that yellow in with that red there, get a nice little blend, and then mess with it up here. Something like so. Get a little touch of white. We'll put a bright spot in there. Tease a bright spot in there like that. Okay. No problem, Bruce. You guys know what this is. We're going to take it and we'll just lightly blend all of this. Now remember, I'm not using any glycerin. This is just water. So I got a time limit to do what I'm doing here. It doesn't matter all this down here. It's not going to really matter much. Okay. All right. Seems about right. Ish. Okay. Let's get another little fluffy brush. This guy right here. All right. Okay. Let's get a little bit of blue. We'll put the blue. Oh, you guys can't see it unless I draw back a little bit. Hold on. There. Let's put the blue. I'll put it right here. A little touch of white in there. We'll play with this. We'll dip it in some water just to get it a little wet there, and we'll kind of play with that in here, just like that. Just wipe that in there. Nothing but water and acrylic paint. We'll kind of play around with some of that in there. We'll keep teasing around with it. I'm gonna play around with some cloud plate in there, but kind of nurse that blue along. Just scumble some rough edges in there. Scuffle some of that in there like this too. Not really necessarily a hard edge. Just get away from the hard edge a little bit. Okay, we're going to take a little bit of this red, put it right into that blue. It gets a little maroon-ish. Take a small amount of black, put it in there. Okay. Get some more of that blue and that black. Dirty it up a little bit. Like a little drop of water, really. Okay, so we're going to use the water as our blending medium, all right? Okay. All right, let's play. We'll play around all in here with it, kind of. And bring some of that out there like that, but kind of creep it around in spots in there, just like that. Get some more of it. And we'll, like I say, we'll just kind of creep it around on the bottom there. Just like that. Put some lines in there. Same thing here, just kind of get some nice horizontal lines going in there like that. Melt it in there a little bit. If I wanted a little thicker, a little more opaque, obviously you just don't use the water. Just use the blue and the black. And just use the paint itself. So just get your tones that way. Put it right in there. Get some more of that gray color. I want some of that to swim over to the other side a little bit. I'm gonna keep some of that blue though, that light blue. I'm just using a little phthalo blue with the black. Still got residual white in there. And we'll just kind of put it here in the corner, kind of at an angle. I'll keep re-emphasizing I'm just using water and this soft brush. What I can't look at clearly from my vantage point, the way I'm seated, I'll just look at the TV monitor there and see what I got going on. All right, let's take a filbert here. All right. I think I'll give it a nickname. I guess I'll call it the Gilbert filbert. Oh, let's mess with some of this on the bottom here. Just like that. Bring it down there and just wear it away from the bottom. Get a little bit more, a little touch of white. Play around in that bluish gray a little bit. And we'll build some of that up in there like this. Just like that. Come on around here a little bit. And we'll make some of that disappear a little bit. We'll wear away some of that top there. I'm just using a little bit of water just to wear it away a bit. A little touch of red, well, more white. wipe off the brush real quick. Just kind of lightly wear some of that away. Keep it on the bottom strong. Just wear it away on the top a little bit. Have it travel a little bit. Play around with a couple silver linings in there somewhere. Up around in here. Create some over here. Like that. Come over here, pop in a couple. Wear them away. Just like that. Let's get a little more white. Play around in this blue a little bit here. Get a little touch of water. A little touch of water. And kind of play around with some of that down here. Do the same thing here. Play around with some of that sky just a little bit over here in the corner. Okay. You retracted a message. Oh, I think that's when you said, "Hey, Anthony," twice. Okay. Yeah, I look like a Wolfman Jack or something with this stubble going on here. Let's get a little bit of yellow, a little bit of orange, a little touch of white. We'll play around with some love up in here. One is to cover up some of that residual blue. Oh, I forgot to warn you guys, that's gonna happen. I think I got it. There we go. That's gonna happen. It's a DSLR camera. I like the video quality. I like the picture. So one of the trade-offs is that it's got it's not really a timer, but it goes off after a certain amount of time, because it's not really made for doing what we're doing with the video. It's not made for that, but it's got such a cool picture. So that's why I have it and I'm messing with it. So after a few minutes, it will do that. So just be forewarned. But I'm getting used to knowing where it is back there, so I can just turn it back on. Get a nice little glow going on here. A little bit. I'm not going to add any white to it. Just something subtle. Okay. I can actually make that a little more intense by just get some once again a little, I guess I get a little bit of the white. It just kind of emphasizes the brightness. Just play around with a little bit of the white in little spots. Just glow it a little bit. I don't have to really go too crazy with the white. Kind of emphasize where some of that heat is. You only need a tiny bit of it here and there. Once again, no glycerin, none of that. It's just me doing a lot of blending, a lot of shading, and manipulating while it's wet or semi-wet. Trying to get as much as I can before it totally dries. So it's a lot of scumbling effects just to get the glow happening. You just keep working at it. I think I could play with a few more spots, maybe up and around here. Just like that continuing on here, but I'm kind of do one of those numbers there. Okay, I'll take the same brush. We'll outline some kind of a canyon of some sort. I'm gonna use the black. We'll put it right here. I'll use some of this blue I got over here. Put it into that black. Okay. Let's get some of that alizarin crimson in there too. Okay. Something like that. All right. Let's work on the other side. Little touch of water, loosen up the paint just a tiny bit. Basically, I'm just filling out the shape here. I'll just make the gully kind of crooked, just like that. Like that. All right, let's get plenty of, actually this is the wrong brush for it. I'll clean this brush off, use a whiter brush. You guys are more than welcome to chat and talk. Say hey to me or something. I'll use a slightly whiter brush, longer handle. Just wet the bristles. It's a flat brush, a little larger. Wipe off the brush. All right, let's go back into our alizarin crimson here, mix that in with that black. Black, alizarin crimson, go into the phthalo blue, put it right in there, just like that. All right, little touch of water, little touch. Loosen up the pen. I work with heavy body acrylics, so. All right, and here we be going. Pop it right in there. It's nothing but water and paint. So I get the darkness I want, and plus it will dry quick, fast, and in a hurry, which is kind of what I'm looking for, what I need. Being that this is a diptych, 2 paintings in one, just gotta be mindful that if you separate them, they still look like a coherent painting, basically. And I got This is a diptych of an unusual sort because it's just two on top of each other. It's kind of being shown a little differently because of the squeezing of my camera angle there. Okay, a little more black. Put it right in there. A little crimson. Put it right in there. Mix it in there. Mix it in strong. A little bit of that phthalo. Pop it in there. Mix it in there with that black. Get a little touch of water. For those of you who are wondering, yes, this is a state wet pellet. I just got plastic wrapped over some cardboard, which is also over some wax paper. So all I gotta do is really remove the plastic and replace it with more plastic. The paint stays for wet for quite a while. Days and days, as a matter of fact. Salisbury steak, apples, and corn. Now, who said they had cereal? Maryland. You know, Maryland, I will open up a box of cereal and eat the whole box late at night watching TV. Hello, Nell. How are you, dear? Once again, I am not using any glycerin. It's just water and heavy body acrylic paint. I really wish I could show you guys the new killer whale painting I did, but it's for the Home Artist Academy site. It's a big one too. It's 16 by 28 or something like that. It's already hanging on my wall framed. It will be available. It is a lesson. You have to pay to get it. But the lesson is pretty cool, pretty fun. The techniques are awesome. The techniques, even though I put killer whales in it, the techniques can be used for any animal on the planet. Well, at least any animal in the water. Really cool. I'm using up the rest of this black. Using a great chunk of this red, alizarin crimson. And a nice chunk of this phthalo blue. Put it right in there together. Little touch of water. I pull the brush. If you look down below, see, I pull it toward me, flip it around, put it toward me. Okay, and I'm just once again just blocking this stuff in. There is no glycerin on here. It's just me using water and the paint itself. That is it. That's all. So any kind of blending and fading I'm doing, I'm going to do it scumbling, and I'm going to do it with water, no glycerin. Yes, I am beating up this brush. It's okay, I got more. But yes, I'm beating it. I'm beating the brush to death. And I'm enjoying it. There's a method from a madness of why I'm doing this. I'm preparing it for white. Get a little bit of white on the tip of the brush there. All right. Okay. Yeah. We are going to make a little misty, foggy, misty, foggy. Titanium white, just a little bit. Going below and going up into the dark. Let it wear off your brush. you're going to get different grades, different tones. I'm going down below, circular method. Go on up with it. Circular, 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 circular. We're going to return back to this. I'm just getting the first layer of this stuff down, that's all. Go down below and work your way into the rest. Just like that. Circular motion. Don't get lazy. Circular motion. You're getting all sorts of variations, shades and tones, doing all of that. I'm gonna go a little darker. See, I got some of this dark. Put the dark in there. See that? Keep working with it. Keep working at it. It's all right. Don't be afraid of the dark. A little bit more dark. Let's put it right there in that corner. Just wisp it around in there. Circular motions. Get it right there on the bottom. Get it all in there. Get it in there. Okay, just take my brush. Even though most of the paint is off, I can still manipulate, move it around, but it's just circular motions. See that? Just hard, I'm pressing the brush in there and just circular motions. Put it right in there. Put it in there. You're getting different shades and tones of this stuff, having a little fun. You're creating depth and you don't even know it. Yep. Okay. Do I want to build a snowman? No. No. Actually, it's going to be as cold as the Arctic here shortly. We're going to get some extremely cold weather here. The battery, if you don't have a good battery, you're in trouble type of cold. That's what we're going to be getting here very, very soon. Yeah, it's pretty cold outside. I'm pretty comfortable. I'm pretty good here, but it's quite cold outside. Okay. See, we got our clouds there, a little bit of sky going on. I'm gonna tighten it, but we're gonna go back up there. Okay, we're gonna return with that little filbert, and we're gonna see if I can do that. Oh, I know I can do it, but we're gonna bring it here. We're gonna put a little bit of zoom on that. I really enjoy this camera, but like I said, it is that's so cool. I do enjoy the camera. All right, right about there. I put it there in case you guys see my head or something. Okay, we're gonna smooth out some of that. Let's go into our phthalo blue. We'll put it right here around where the white is. A little phthalo blue, little bit of white. Okay, I'm only using the tip of the brush. I'm debating whether I should use a little bit of black just to gray it a little bit. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, here we go. Just the tip of the brush I'll show you. If you can't tell here, you should. I'll show it to you here. Just a little on the tip. Okay, let's start working this out here. See, Jessica wants to tease people now and do Christmas tunes when it's almost Valentine's Day. But we know what, we're gonna let Jessica enjoy her moment. Now you see how you can kind of tighten things up there, going over it again. Obviously not much on the water side, but it's just more paint. And we're just, you know, giving a little tightening up on some of those streak marks, those stroke marks in the clouds there. Just a little bit of love, a little tightening up there, straightening up a little bit. Little scumbling, little scumbling. A little touch of black, gray it up a little bit. You can get it as gray as you feel you need to. All right. And while the paint is somewhat wet, you can start to mess around with this stuff a little bit. Introduce different flavors and tones to it. And wherever you feel it might be a little rough around the edges, you can kind of, you know, smooth it out a little bit. Up to you how far you want to go with it. Okay. Get a little bit of black. Touch into that blue a little bit. All right. So you can create more depth into your clouds. Up to you how far you want to go with it. And it's obvious, the more you mess with that dark, the further back it will tend to recede the rest of the, it'll bring forward the lit clouds and recede the rest of the clouds there. Makes them look further away, basically. Now, as I'm looking at it here, I can take a little bit of just regular phthalo blue. So just phthalo blue right out the tube there. All depending on what you want done, what kind of look you're looking for. Now, as I thin out this blue, remember it's going to take the look of what I put down beforehand. Okay. I'm getting a little bit of water. Go back into my phthalo. It turns it almost sort of into a wash. So we can come on around in here, add some of that dark in there, bring some of that back. See that? So I can add a little bit of something in there without it being too crazy, come in here. Now that blue is just deepening what I already have. See how easily you can just manipulate and mess with stuff? Okay. It's great. It is. I can darken that there, bring some of it out there like this. Just like that. Cool. All right. Now that I've done that, you're not messing with me. You were being serious. You were testing me. You were testing me. I'm gonna bring it way up here. We'll play with the mountain texture a little bit after I get a sip of my drink. There's only 7 of you here. There's got to be more people that want to say hello to me. I feel like abusing another half-inch brush. So we'll abuse the half-inch brush today. Dip it in water here. We'll start building the cliffs here. Okay, you see this black. We're gonna get a little bit of alizarin crimson stone. Put it right in there, in the black. Okay. Put that alizarin crimson in there. We're going to get a little bit of, we'll throw some orange in that. There we go. Look at that brownish we got going on there. Get some black in that. Okay. Looks like what we call mud. Yes, we welcome the mud. A little bit of white. The mud now turns into stone gray. Love it when a plan comes together. Okay. It's a little much, but it's all right. Okay, I slapped some blue in there. Careful slapping the blue in there. It will turn gray, but you got to be careful that it doesn't turn green on you. All right. That's when you add more black into it. And it brings it back to that grayish color. I don't really want to wipe all of this and waste it, but there's plenty of it. So I will take an X-Acto knife, just press it off of there, just like that. Press that paint right off of there. All right. It's plastic, so we'll just gather it all up. One of the benefits of working with the plastic here. It doesn't tear up and rip. There we go. There it all is right there. All right. We're going to take that mix and we're going to make rock textures out of that. I got to take a lot of this off of my brush. We're going to scumble some rock texture just using this, a little bit of this, just like this, right on the tip of the brush. And we're going to start tearing up the brush here. Okay. Because we're going to take advantage of that nice glow. Okay. Let's start back here. We'll start getting some rock textures in there. All right. You should see that barely, but you should see it. And we're going to use all of it. We're going to utilize every bit of this. Get that rock texture going. Interesting shapes of the rock texture. We're not getting rid of all that dark. Okay, we're going to build it up in stages there. And I'm just using the edge, the tip of the edge there. So as of right now, there's no such thing as lit and dark side. All right, we're just basically kind of coloring the rocks in. So you guys can kind of see that, see where it's going there. Why am I using such dark with dark? Well, you'll see. You'd be surprised what's able to be seen. Okay, and plus we are building up this to show off the highlights later on. All right, come over on the other side. Pretty much the same thing. You work on its edges there. When I started doing rocks, it used to be tough because you would overthink where should the cracks and the crevices be. You'll start to see those shapes as you put on layers of the color. What's going on, Billy? Jessica's talking about playing in paint. Okay. As you start putting this color together, you're going to start to see the high and low points in your mind. You just have to do it more. All right, you just have to keep doing it. Study mountains, hills, what they look like, how they form, which ones are in front of which. So as you see, I'm doing it with a brush. Doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to end with a brush, but I am doing it with a brush. Sure you can, Jessica. I have hundreds of paintings of me using a palette knife for trees and tree trunks. Yeah. Yeah, I have quite a few videos showing how I do that very same thing. Okay, dokie. I'm trying to see where I want to go with this as I'm doing this. Okay, I have an idea. We're going to go back to our destruction of the half-inch brush. I know what I am going to do. All right, let's dip a little bit of white into that gray mix right here. It's right in here. Okay. All right. I think this might do. Okay, and here we go. A little bit lighter. All right. And we're gonna go right by the edge here. And we're gonna kind of build right up off the, just like that, but it's all coming downward. We're going to do a little bit of that right here. See that? Be mindful where you are in relation to the cliff. Now what I'm doing, a little bit of scumbling. I see where the edges are, but I can make the other stuff disappear. So basically it's still pretty smooth, and I want it to be that way. So still, you see some lit areas of the rock, but it's still, you know, relatively kind of smoothified there. It's pretty smooth here. That's because I'm scumbling and kind of fading it into the darkness there. Okay. This is just pure canvas board. So yes, you're gonna get some wear and tear on your brushes when doing this. So that's why painters got quite a few brushes. But as you can see, really craggy looking. You're not getting rid of all of your darks. All right. Okay. Let's scoop some of this color, put it right in there. Get another touch of white, just like that. Go on the other side here. There's a little bit of showing the brightness at this stage, but not totally. So you can still kind of run away with it a little bit. All right. All right. And we're going to build it right here. This is going to remain dark. We're just building up off of this edge here. We'll do something with that too. We'll keep that out there. We'll just kind of concentrate all in here. So I am very coyly adding more depth by keeping these generally dark. So it shows you that there's something going past. You follow? You'll see in a second. Little touch of white, go right into that gray there. Get a little bit of black. There you go. Just building up your colors. Build them up. Right up in here, do the same thing. Bring some of that love over here on this side. Some of that blue. You see how it's starting to wake up a little bit there? But I'm still using the brush, so everything's still somewhat on the smooth side. Okay. All right. Remember this? It's time to play again. I'm looking for my small friend. Oh, my smaller friend. He is, there you are. All right, I'm gonna use this guy for right now. I have two sizes. I'll put them right here, you guys can see them. We're gonna use this guy. Let's look down at the palette. It's time to play with some fog here. Okay, I like this gray that I have here. Okay. Get a touch of water. Let's loosen up that gray a little bit. Add a little bit of white. Coming into the black. A little bit of blue. Now obviously see how strong that blue is way too much blue. But that's okay. Go to the white. We'll go right here. Put it in there. Because you want a tinge of blue, but we're gonna mess around with that black a little bit. Put it in there. There we go. And we're gonna brighten that up just a little bit. Like that. So it's still got that tinge of blue with it. It's still a contaminated color. You follow me? Now that's a lot on there, so I'm pressing my brush, getting rid of a lot of that. Because we're gonna scumble that on there. So get a little bit like that. Let's come down here. Now remember, this is dry, all right? And it's kind of got a bluish tinge to it. We're gonna come right up around here. You see this? Put it in there, press. Gotta press it in there. Instant fog, instant kind of smoky stuff happening there. Just like that. Come all in here a little bit. See that? Let's get some more. Just a little bit, a little touch. We'll come over here and we'll just kind of press it in there. One thing you can't be is afraid. You have to press it down in there. Okay? But you see the color. You vary your hand pressure as you're doing this. See all those variances you're getting? You can't tell me that don't look like mist or fog or what have you. But there you go. I'm showing it to you in real time. Little touch. We're gonna come, well, I don't want to really go too far as of yet in there. We can come up in here and play around. Just a little bit in there. Press it right in there. See those little pockets in there? We'll come around in here just a little bit. Play around in between these guys a little bit. So we're just playing just like that. All right. Okay. YouTube is having problems tonight. Really. I gotta remember to get my head out of the way. I can see it on my delay. So I'll try to stand back. All right. I don't know what I was talking about to understand what you were saying, Bruce. You may have watched a few. It said error when you complete the sentence. Okay. Well, I didn't see it here. But before I go on, I got another idea. Before I go on, let me show you something. Because as I'm looking at this, okay, I can make a quick glaze real fast. I'll use, as a matter of fact, I'll use Mr. Softy here for it. shouldn't use this because it's a mess, but we're gonna use this. Let's get a little bit of a little touch of phthalo blue. Okay, this is dry. This is, but I'm gonna just use it as an example. I'll just tip it this way. We're gonna put that phthalo blue right in there like that. Okay. I might have a little bit of black left. A tad. We'll put the black right on top of the blue a little bit. Maybe even a touch of red. You get some maroon going on in there, just like that. Okay. Just like that. Something pretty dark. Get a little bit of water. Put the water on top of it. Okay. We're gonna get some more water than that, because we're gonna make kind of a glaze there, like that. Okay. Really watery stuff. I'll twirl it around. But as you see that? Just a purple glaze there. Blue, purple, reddish. Okay. Try to keep it so you guys can see this. All right, but that little bit, we'll play making some deep spots deeper. Watch this. In here, just take a little bit, just kind of play around in there like that. Like I say, it's just a glaze, so whatever you put in there, you kind of stroke it around in there, it gets deeper. Okay, just like that. Okay, you can just play around all in here like that. Now, you see it's kind of sloppy looking or whatever, but that's, what you have your finger for. Just rub it right in there. Look at this. Rub it in there. Basically, you really want to rub away the bottom edge, make it kind of smooth. This is dark. Don't matter. All that's dark. But just around where the fog is and everything, just kind of rub it around in there. And trust me, this is more water than paint. So when it evaporates, it will really show you something. Okay. You don't necessarily have to use blue. Okay. I mean, we can come in here and play around with some deep stuff in here like this. Okay, play around with it in here a little bit. All right, just take your hand, just rub it around. If you're kind of too mushy and you don't want to get your hands dirty, then use a towel or something. But you got to be kind of gentle. Press harder around the edges. It depends on how much intensity you want in the middle, or where you want the deepest part of this going. Okay. So I wanted to show you guys this real quick. Trust me, if Bruce gets the hang of it, he'll be using a lot of this in his paintings. It does have an effect, as you can see. So wherever you want it to be particularly deep and dark and mysterious, that's where you add this stuff. All right. And just cleaning off the residual stuff here. There we go. It should come on. I just caught a glimpse of what you were saying, Bruce. All right, this is all clean. Oh, sorry, this is all clean. And what I'll do is I'll just it's all clean, so I'm just moving it around. So you don't want to use a finger, just use the same brush. And once again, you're just emphasizing the dark. That's all. It will dry. It's nothing but water and paint. Okay, you don't necessarily have to use blue or blue and black mix. I mean, you can use red, maroon, green, whatever floats your boat, whatever you want to do. All right. Okay. Now, you're not going to see the power of what I just did until I add the highlights, of course. All you see is just dark, back within more dark. You follow me? But you can see the subtleness of the blue within the fog here. Okay, all right. Okay. Right now I can go either way with the painting. Okay. I can add the texture here or play around with more of the fog. If I was smart, I would add the texture. I haven't been known to be smart. Okay, we'll play with the texture. Let's look down here. Let's clean this up. Okay. Clean a lot of this mess up here. That's why I got this big tissue or towel on my lap. I can just wipe a lot of this mess away. Okay. Some of it's dry, but it just looks gross. Okay. All right. Enough of that. Let's get a little bit of orange. We'll spread it out right here. Okay. Get a little bit of yellow. Let's spread that out right along with it right there. We're going to get a little touch of white. If we got residual colors of green or whatever in it, that's fine. Not going to matter. Okay. Now let's really get to cranking with this. I think this is the smaller one. I think this is the bigger one. I don't want the bigger one. I want the smaller one. All right, we're gonna go little stripe across. All right, you should be able to see that little band across there. All right, we're gonna use this to our advantage. I don't need it to be exactly that thick, so I'll take it and I'll make it even thinner line. And here we go. Okay, here we go. We'll start on this side. Nice little taps of color. Ready, set, and here we go. Little bands of color. Now there is no medium on this, so it's just this knife and the canvas right now. Okay, so you're gonna get to where the sunlight is kind of coaxing on some of the rock face there. Now because of the way it's situated and the kind of glow that I'm getting from this guy, very light, have it break, borrow some of that, bring it down here, come here, maybe there's some on the edge there, and maybe down here a little bit, just a little bit. Okay. Like so. Maybe a little hint of something right in there. Just like that. We got a little touch of something right in here. Maybe a little something off to the side here, like that. So I think you guys can see everything there. I think you guys can. All right, okay. Let's bring some more of that out. Spread it out flat. Little swipe across, very little swipe there. See how thin that band is there? Remember, there's no medium here. Nothing to stop it, all right? And we're gonna go on the other side. It's a little touch. Very light. Come on around here. Like that. Bring a little bit of that down here. You don't need too much. Up and around on the top here, we can kind of give it a little touch. Come on down here, curve it around, curve it around. I don't want to go too far down. Bring it down a little bit. Like so. Nothing on it. Gather some more here. Spread it out. A little swipe across. Right around the edge here. Tease a little bit of it. Straight down a little bit there, like that. All right. Let's take a little bit of yellow, a little bit of white. The brighter you go with it, the less of it you need. Okay. Obviously, a lot brighter than what we just put down. Okay. You don't need a lot of that. You don't need too much. I'll keep it pretty much toward the top, actually. And if you notice, I'm staying away from those far edges. I'm staying away from those guys. On purpose. Nobody's talking yet. You guys gonna give somebody a complex. What you drawing, Bruce? What you drawing, Bruce? Don't leave us in the blind, Bruce. What you drawing, bro? What you drawing, Bruce? Okay, we got all this nice bluish fog going on here. All right, okay. We're gonna take the smallest amount of white. Okay, and we're gonna have a little fun now. You got your bluish fog hanging around here. Okay, so we're gonna just get a little bit of, we're gonna work a little cloud play in here. Let's come, we'll start here in the corner. Just white. Press it in there. Press it in there. Just white. Just press it in there. Drag it around there. That's just a little tip of white. That's it. And I mean a small couple specks of white. Okay, we could come around in here like this. Now the thing with doing it with permanent white like this, you have to be confident. Okay, you don't have to, can't panic. You start doing this. Okay, and believe it or not, this is the easier method. If you start adding a little bit of water to the white, now it travels all over the place. Then you're really gonna have to know where you're gonna go with it. I'll show you here. I'll dip the brush in water, get most of it off, get a little bit. And I mean a little bit of white, titanium white. Now I got water on the brush. Let's go over here. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, see all that? Now wherever trail you make, that's where it's gonna go. And it's gonna look more and more like mist and smoke, because the titanium white leaves a residue behind. You follow me? So all of this you see swirling around is gonna stay there. So be confident in where you're making this stuff go. But because it's wet, you can manipulate it and move it around. You see, that residue is going to stay. You follow me? And all I need really is just more white paint, not necessarily more water. All residue. See, you just move it around, manipulate it, move it around. And it's just residue moving around. Look at this. Move that residue, turn the brush around and everything. And wait till it dries. You can see all sorts of stuff going on in there. You might see all sorts of shapes happening. But a little bit of titanium white and some water leaves a bunch of residue around that looks like that. So you know, you see those movie posters, you see how they do that while you're looking at it. Now they just do it digitally, but you know, they used to do a lot of it by hand. Let's go up here. See, still got water on the brush, so it's still being manipulated, still moving around. And I'm pressing pretty good because once again, there's no medium on the canvas. Does it necessarily have to be white? Not necessarily. Okay. I'll get a little more water. It depends on how much haze you want to. Get a little bit of white. Be as brave as you want, as you feel you need to be. Maybe you want this a little bit hazed out there. So you just haze it out a little more. That's all right. Up here in the front there, just kind of. I'll just wipe off the rest off my brush, the moisture off my brush, and you just manipulate and move it around, twist it, turn it. See this? Now you really got some haze going on in there. See this? Just kind of spin it around. People are going to wonder, what the heck? How did you, when, how, who, what, how? And I'm showing you how to do it. Say if you want this a little hidden. Well, it's more paint than water. You follow me? You still got water there, but you just kind of tap it around, keep playing with it. And you could even kid around a little bit, pop some yellow in there with it. Okay. Like that, kind of move it around a little bit. You don't want a little circle there. A little bit of white, kind of tap it around, kind of make it a little more mysterious there. Okay. Nice little glow there happening. And you get a little bit of yellow. You kind of tease that yellow in there a little bit. You put it in there in stages there. Okay. And you just keep layering it and layering it and layering it and layering it. All right. Now, just as I did for the light area, we can do the same thing for the dark area. If I got any red left, doesn't seem like I got too much red left there. If you kind of want some mysterious stuff going on in here coming back, you bring that dark back a little bit. All up to you of how much of the dark you want to come back, where you want it to come back at. Okay. And if it's a little too heavy-handed, it's okay. Don't worry about it. You know. Thin it up. Bring it on down there. Can you guys still see that? Yeah, you guys can still see that. And so I'm just scumbling color here and there, wherever I feel it needs it. So you get a whole lot of activity going on. It's just you really manipulating the dark and the light together. That's all you're doing, really. That's all you're doing. Yeah, that's all you're doing. Just manipulating light and shade and just having a ball with it, really. See, you keep on playing with it. Keep on playing with it. Clean off your brush. And just see, just manipulate it. Get rid of the edges. Keep the intensity. Get rid of the edges there. See this? You can just play with this stuff. Play with this stuff all day. If you get tired of it, come back to it tomorrow. Keep in mind that it does dry almost immediately. It takes a little time if you got water in it like I do, but you're able to play around and manipulate. See? Now remember, this is a diptych, so it's got to be interesting on the top, got to be interesting on the bottom. Okay, let's take a little bit of pure white in about 2-3 hairs on the brush, and we'll just kind of put a little something going across there. Just like that. 2 hairs, 2.5 hairs of white paint. All right, it's a little bit of playing around in there. Okay, we're almost done. Kind of, sort of. All right. I didn't do anything yet, I just realized the camera doesn't see it. Of course you guys didn't see that part, but that's okay, I'll spread it out there. There you go. Now, because I've put that eagle there, what it did is just change the whole dichotomy of the painting. Now, you got cliffs a few hundred feet tall, they're now a few thousand feet tall or whatever. You got this guy down here, so what looked like fog is now clouds. Okay, because you put something in relation, in scale, to everything else. Okay. And so since I've did that, now I gotta play. Because I gotta add one more thing now. Because I got Mr. Birdie here, now I do have to put, now I have to put something up in here to kind of sell that image. Appreciate it, Bruce. And it's just me manipulating water and paint around. That's it. And obviously manipulating hand pressure, of course. Okay. Now as it's dry, I will dry brush some different shifts of color deep in here. We'll manipulate that. Just like that. Get some more white. Probably a little something right in here. Bring it down. And it has to be brighter to bring it up front a little bit more. That's all. So I'm just manipulating things and having a little fun there. Right in here, get some bright. Not bright enough. Right in here. Yes, right in here. Just a couple of hairs of blue and just scubbling some back, some color underneath here. A couple of hairs of blue will do it. Just manipulate it, move it around. Just like that. And just as I put the blue in, you put some highlight color in there. Certain spots, like it's heavier here. Can you guys see me do that? No, you cannot. I'm up here or down there. Of course, it cuts off at that spot. So we'll bring some of that brightness here. And just right here. And all the rest will fade itself in the back. No water, no kind of, just me manipulating the paint and doing it quick enough before it, finally dries up on me. Just on the top there. Very smooth, very smooth. We're doing the same bit of love right here. It's just a few hairs of white. Find your hot spot there. And then once you find your bright spot, right? See, it's right here. Yeah, you guys can see that. Okay, see, it's right there. But you're gonna work everything backwards. Work it backwards. Keep the brightness there, but work it backwards. No water. Just you manipulating the paint control your hand pressure as you're doing it before it totally dries up on you. And you can work with this, 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 and have a ball with it. Thank you, Nell. Okay, we're a little over 90 minutes, so I think we're good. Let me sign my name on this. Elephant sitting on the beach. I can't see it, but I'm sure people will see shapes. I don't see it, at least as of yet. But I do appreciate you guys checking this out. It's been a while since I did a Wednesday night thing, but what I believe might happen is that I might be doing this on the European channel on Fridays, probably around 2 o'clock, maybe. I'm thinking 2 o'clock Fridays. It'd be on Zoom, and I'll probably keep it to about 90 minutes. No more than that. So, all right, let's put my name up here. These are 2 10 by 10 canvases. Actually, I got these for Christmas. And there we go. I will take a good picture of this, and obviously, you know, I'll post it later on this evening. All right. Well, guys, let's pull the camera back a little bit. Bring it down. You guys see the whole thing there? And there you have it. All right. Hope you enjoyed it as I enjoyed bringing it to you. Like I said, it should be interesting on the top as it should be on the bottom. So I hope I've done that. You know, either, you know, check them out either apart. You know, so you see what it will look like apart. Okay. And you would never know. You know, put them side by side or whatever, or you check them out the way they should be together, just like that. So, if somebody's interested in it, they know how to contact me, email or messenger or whatever, and all that good stuff. So, all right, guys, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. It is time for me to take the mud out and relax. So until next time, be safe, take it easy, and see you when I see you. Peace.